Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And today we are having a CFA orientation. We are conducting this orientation for February attempt 26 and May attempt 2026. So you can take admission for both February and you can take admission for May. As recently, it's quite difficult to offer classes for the 3 month time span, as level one is being offered for the 4 attempts. We will discuss it all later. So that's why we have decided that we are going to offer our classes for the both attempt, May and February. And if you want to join for the November attempt, so currently we also have a batch recorded session for the November attempt as well. So CFA, let's start. What is CFA, why it is important, and why should you do it? So if let me start with my introduction, then we will move ahead. As many of you already know me, my name is Shoaib Yaqub. I'm a CFA charter holder. I have done my CFA in 2011 and I got the charter in 2013. I'm also a fellow member of ACCA, and I'm also a global trainer of ACCA and CFA. I am conducting classes. I have conducted classes physically in different countries, and I'm also offering classes online in all of the available countries. So I have a 17 years of teaching experience, and I have a 12 years of teaching CFA experience. And if you ask me, so I have a presence in almost in all of the countries. So if you met any student who has done ACCA or CFA, somehow that student must be knowing me because I am doing this since 2007. I've started my teaching since 2007. I have officially taught my first batch on 18th of August 2008, and I started my CFA teaching in 2013. And I have taught many and many thousands of students. And many of those students are now, mashallah, they are working in top tier companies and at a top position. And many are even senior to us. Maybe they got, mashallah, good jumps, and they got a chance in a better company. So many students are better at a better position compared to us. So I have an industry experience of 15 years. I have experience of working in corporate company. I have experience of working in a one of the largest bank of Pakistan. I worked in our treasury department, and I also have a privilege to hold to look after the portfolio of equities there. Then I joined one of the largest company of KSA in merger and acquisition and valuation department. So I have a hands-on experience of treasury management, derivatives, merger and acquisition, valuation, and project finance. So these are the top areas of CFA, as well as these are the top areas of any finance guy. So I have experience of working in treasury. I have a experience of dealing of derivatives. I have experience of dealing equities, and I'm also handling my own personal portfolio at a modest level. And plus, I have experience of dealing in merger acquisition and valuation. Currently, I'm doing job in one of the top company here in KSA, and I'm looking after the portfolio of valuation and merger acquisition side. And mashallah, our students have performed very well in all the respective areas. With us, Mr. Mukaddas has joined us in CFA coaching. So Mukaddas will give his side of introduction, and then we will discuss what is CFA and all the benefits and other things related to the CFA. Ji Mukaddas, please. Let me just give me. Mukaddas, you are mute, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, please.
Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the orientation session. So, a bit about me. I am a charter holder and I've been teaching for the past 5 years. I was associated with SCANS. It's a very well-renowned institution of accounting and finance in Pakistan. Those of you who were in Pakistan would know SCANS. So I joined Preproots recently. Uh, Primary reason was that Preproots, obviously, I've had the privilege to work with Shoaib Saab, and he's doing an amazing job. He told me about the outreach, the global outreach they have right now. So that was really interesting for me to teach a diverse cohort of students. And one of the major reasons was something that I also believe in Shiv Saab's mission. He actually is really passionate about learning and teaching students, imparting students not just theoretical knowledge, but also practical skills for the students. So that was one thing that motivated me to join Preproots. Uh, Professionally, I'm also associated with one of the largest banks in Pakistan. I'm a team leader in the treasury management area. So this is my expertise: treasury management, equity analysis, fixed income analysis. So this is my forte. And what's better than applying what you teach, what you do in the daily life, and then teach that to students so that they can apply that in their practical life. So I have 10 years of professional experience. So that's it, pretty much it from my side. Trips up, I would move on to you.
Thank you so much, Mukadas. And guys, for your knowledge, Mukadas has worked with me for like 10 years. So he is a kind of a younger brother for me, and he has a very good experience of dealing in derivatives and equity side. You will experience that, inshallah. So let's start with our introduction of the CFA. So if someone asks you what is CFA, so CFA is a kind of a gold standard certification. And in CFA program, you will mainly study fundamentals of investment tools. So if you want to invest in equity, if you want to invest in bonds, if you want to invest in crypto, if you want to invest in gold, if you want to invest in even in the property, CFA exam is like a best gold standard qualification for you to understand everything. So it will teach you fundamental of investment tools. If you have studied CFA, nobody can doubt on your finance knowledge. मुझे याद है, I remember when I started my first job. So at that time, when I started my first job at the bank in treasury department. So I was qualified at that time, but I was not charter holder, but I qualified all the levels. So, there was a training, and training was on swaps. And the trainer, who was my boss as well, he said, look, I will not argue. I will not say that you don't have the knowledge. You have better knowledge than me, but I will only tell you the practical side of the banking. I will not tell you the booking side of the banking. At that time, I have realized that nobody will doubt on the knowledge of CFA. If you are CFA, nobody will say that you don't know anything. Nobody will say you don't know finance. Yes, there can be a lack of practical exposure, but nobody will question on your finance grip, finance knowledge. So this is one thing, and I have practically experienced that. Second is valuing assets. If you are CFA, you know how to value equity. You know how to value crypto even. You know how to value gold even. You know how to value fixed income and real estate even. I'm very passionate about investing in stock market, and I never done the trading. मैंने कभी trading नहीं. I never bought the stock according to the charts. I always bought the stocks according to the valuation. If it is undervalued, I will must go for it. And in recent time, and by the way, I'm doing stock market investment since like 2008. And I have a very decent portfolio. And I have earned more than 100% on my portfolio in this year, especially because markets are performing. Not here, not in the Pakistan market, in the US market as well. Only because of my knowledge of finance. I never randomly bought a stock. Oh, this stock is very good looking. Let's buy it. No, I applied the thorough knowledge of CFA in valuation of the stocks. Or stocks बढ़े, stocks increase in the value because those stocks were undervalued. So CFA will tell you how to value assets. CFA will tell you portfolio management. I personally applied this portfolio management in my wealth as well. I have investment in stocks. I have investment in fixed income, and I have investment in fixed income, both PKR and both USA. And I have an investment in property as well. So I am applying portfolio management in my personal wealth as well. And if you are CFA, you can run the portfolio of multi-billionaire people. Wealth planning is also a very good scope for CFA. Not very common in Pakistan, but in the world, wealth planning is very common. So these topics, fundamental of investments, valuing assets, portfolio management, wealth planning, all are the main pillar of CFA. You can do job as a research analyst. You can do job as a investment valuation guy. You can value the asset. You can do job as a portfolio manager. You can do job as a wealth planner. You can also do job in valuing the different company. And besides that, you can also do job as a corporate manager, corporate finance manager to manage all the financial side of the company. But these are the main pillars of CFA. And if someone asks that what is the academic background, what should I have in order to do the CFA? Okay, on the face of it, you should have a finance knowledge. You should have accounting knowledge, or you should have a economics or business knowledge. If you have a major in finance in your graduation, or accounting, or economics, or business, you can do CFA. If you have a major like you are ACCA, you are Pakistani CA or Indian CA or any CA, you can do the CFA. This is a bookish thing. This is kind of a, you can find this on different website and everywhere. But if you don't have any background, you can still do the CFA. If you have an engineering background, you can do the CFA. Do we need any background to pass the CFA? No. Do we need anything, any specialized knowledge in order to have a understanding of the CFA? No. There is no requirement to do the CFA. There is no background requirement to do the CFA. If you have arts major, if you have a engineering major, if you have a medical major, you can still do the CFA. But obviously, it has a more linkage with if you have a background of business, accounting, finance, and economics. अब डॉक्टर बन के आप CFA तो नहीं करेंगे ना, but still, if you want to, you can do it. Okay, now let me invite Muqaddas. Muqaddas will go through you with the next few slides. Then I will take it back for the importance of CFA. Muqaddas, please, can you move through us from here?
Yeah, please. And you please just make me the. So, just quickly reviewing reviewing the details, some practical details or about the CFA exam that you need to know. So CFA program typically has 3 exam levels, and apart from that 3 exam levels, there is level 1, level 2, and level 3. You need to clear all 3 exams, plus you need 4 years of practical experience to earn the charter. So this is what we need to earn. The level 1 exam, at each level exam, you also have a practical skill module that you need to finish. We're going to talk about practical skill modules in a bit. So typically, you can say this process is going to take 3 years or 4 years if you flunk. God forbid, if you flunk an exam, you can appear next time. You have 6 attempts at each level to appear for an exam. So let's move on to the next. So now let's come down to the eligibility requirement. As Mr. Shweb mentioned, there is no academic background as per se that is needed. I have taught engineers, I have taught students from IT background, students from arts background, but obviously accounting and financial degree gives you an edge because you can then build on those knowledge because CFA uses that knowledge. A lot of the CFA exam, especially particularly level 1 exam, is finance and economics and business. So to be eligible for the exam, to register for the exam, you need to have a bachelor's degree, or if you are an undergrad student, then you can register for level 1 exam, but you should be at least 23 months away from your graduation. So let's say if you're graduating in April 2027, you cannot appear in the exam before July 2025. Similarly, for level 2 students, if you want to appear in level 2 exam, then you must be at least 11 months away from your graduation. So let's say for April 2027, anyone is, if he's graduating in May 2027, then the most immediate time they can appear for an exam is May 2026. Okay, so let's suppose, what if you are not a graduate, you are not an undergrad student? We have a significant majority of students from ACCA background. So there's a third criteria which says that a combination of higher education and work experience combined together for 4,000 hours is makes you eligible to register for the CFA exam. So this is open to a lot of interpretation. There's a lot of confusion here. So let me just break this down. Each year of work experience would count to 1,000 hours. So let's say you are an ACCA student. You've completed the fundamental level. After you complete your fundamental level, uh, you can submit a thesis. You get a bachelor's degree. If that's the case, you're good to go. You can appear even in level 3 exam as you pass the exams. You can definitely register for level 1 exam. But let's say you've completed a few exams and it's been 2 years you've studied in ACCA. Your ACCA is not complete. Your fundamental level is complete. You're into professional level. Then this criteria would apply. Now you would assess that your work experience hours plus your ACCA. So let's suppose you cover 2 years of ACCA study. That would be 2,000 hours plus your work experience of 2 years. That would combined, they would form 4,000 hours of work experience and higher education. So then you would be eligible to qualify for the exam. Now, again, another confusion is what sort of work experience would qualify. Any work experience that involves a high level of judgment would qualify. There's no such particular work experience that you need to register for the exam. Work for family business would also qualify, but if you are paid for it, you need to have proof that you were paid for it. Apart from that, this is the major content. This is the major points about work experience. Now let's move on. Exam center documentations. Okay. So again, usually overlooked, but it's an extremely important aspect. You need to have a valid international passport. I have some horror stories, really, students who did while they were closing down the exam and anything can happen, God forbid, especially if you're in Pakistan. I've had students who could not get a valid passport within, let's say, 1 or 2 months because they were delayed at the government institution end. So this is the last thing you want to worry about in the exam day stress. So please make sure you have a valid transport, valid passport. Otherwise, you would not be eligible to sit for the exam. Please check this out. Students usually get relaxed over this, but you would not be able to sit for the exam if you do not have a valid passport. Then you can have ACCA approved calculator. There are only two calculators approved by the ACCA, and there is obviously exam is in English, and all candidates must complete a professional conduct statement form. Then candidates must be living in a CFA participating country. So certain countries are in the OFAC sanction list. They are being put in the sanction list by US Treasury Department. So CFA does not provide any services to in such countries. Uh, there are only a few countries, otherwise that's not an issue. Then finally, before the exam, please try to schedule an exam slot. So what happens is, let's say for Feb 2026 exam, there's no one typical day that when the exam is going to take place. The exam is going to take place between 2nd Feb to 8th Feb. Now, there's a 6 day or 7 day, including 2nd Feb. There's a 7 day slot in which exam is going to be conducted. So usually candidates, there's a deadline by which you have to select your slot if you want to go for a 2nd or 3rd or 4th day. Typically students want to buy some time and they choose an exam slot which is a bit further. So please make sure that before the slots run out, you schedule your exam before the deadline, and you schedule it a little before deadline so you get your preferred exam slot, because they're limited slots and they are going to get filled out. So next up is level 1 exam structure. So level 1 exam structure, basically it's an MCQ based exam. You have a morning session and an evening session. Each session has 90 MCQs. The total duration is 2 hours and 15 minutes for each session. And so you are left with 90 seconds for one MCQ. Again, there's an optional break between the two sessions. So you have some time to unwind as well after the first session. Now, as I said, there is also a requirement to complete practical skills module. So once you're done with your exam, you would not be given your result until and unless you complete the practical skills module. So what is practical skills module? So it's a combination of videos, MCQs, and guided learning to basically develop your practical skills that will help you in your career. Extremely important. And you can see at level 1, you can choose any one of the practical skills module. You can go for financial modeling, or you can go for Python. I think this is the beauty of CFA program. It really emphasizes a lot on continuous professional development. We as members, it's been 10 years that I've completed CFA level 3, but still every year a member has to sign this professional development program statement where you get to learn, and this amazing sort of resources on CFA website, not just for candidates but for members as well, to continuously develop their skills. So once you complete, and this practical skills module is it varies from 10 to 20 hours. It is essential again to complete this practical skills module. Otherwise you would not be given your result. Your results would be voided, and you will have to reappear in the test, and you'll have to again pay the exam fee, and you have to go through for the same again. But some students who fret over about is it complex? No, it's not complex. As I said, it's guided learning, it's MCQs, and really you can just go along very smoothly to complete your practical skills module. So exam attempts. our focus here is level 1. So typically we have 4 attempts in a year for level 1. But the trick is that you can appear only twice in a year. Within a year, you can only attempt the exam 2 times, because CFA has this policy, or it has structured these exams in a way that it does not allow you to go for consecutive exams. So if you appear for Feb 2026, on God forbid you fail, you cannot appear in May. The next exam slot should be at least 6 months. Should have a gap of 6 months. You will appear for August. Similarly, if you pass level 1 exam, you cannot sit for May 2026 level 2 exam. You'll have to wait until at least August 2026 to appear for the exam. Now, let's now see the fee structure. So this, starting from 2026, previously we had a one-time enrollment fee. That enrollment fee has been now discarded. You only have exam fee. For level 1, exam fee is US dollars 1140 1140 for early registration, and you have for standard registration, where exam fee is $1,490. Combine that with Preproots course fee for international students is $300, and for students residing in Pakistan, it's $60,000. Now, considering the cost, I'm going to come into the scholarship as well. But before that, let's now see how can we save our $350. Unfortunately, students who are planning on giving exam in 2026 cannot apply for early registration. Registration has closed. Early registration has closed, and it was 7th July was the date, so the time has lapsed. Standard registration of $1,490 is still applicable, still available. You can register by 29th October. But for May 2026, students who plan to appear for May 2026, you still can save your $350 by registering early in October 14th. The last date is October 14th. Now, still 1140 can be a considerable amount of fee. So you have scholarships. CFA has a very generous scholarship program. I personally know a lot of students and a few colleagues as well who got this exam. So I would like to just take some time here. There's Access Scholarship. Access Scholarship is for individuals who cannot afford the exam fee. So Access Scholarship for 2026 May, the window will open in 12th August. Attempt, the date has lapsed to apply for scholarship. But please, if you're planning to appear in May, 12th August is the deadline, is the time when registration opens. And so make sure that you apply for scholarship. Good thing is that the decision date is 30th September. And October. So even if you do not get scholarship, you still have some to apply for the early registration for the May 2026 exam. So May students, please mark your calendars. 12th August is the time application starts. And by the way, even application process is very have to give some details pertaining to your education background. You can say your income and simple documents. There's no complex or lengthy procedure. It's a simple statement, and go through the process. If you need any help, we will be glad to help you out on this. Then okay, so the fee after you earn the scholarship is only $400 plus any taxes applicable that would vary according to your jurisdiction. You can understand you can save at least $700 compared to early registration as well. So as I said, CFA Institute is very generous in giving out scholarships. So please do look out for Access Scholarship. Then there's another scholarship which is for which is student scholarship, and this scholarship is available for students of affiliated universities. So CFA has affiliations with a lot of universities, almost more than 800 universities around the world. In Pakistan, I can name a few like Zabest, LUMS, IBA, and IOBM. So these universities are affiliated universities of CFA. Their program is consists of a lot of content from CFA Institute. So universities from these students can apply for student scholarship, and if they are awarded the scholarship, their fee is reduced to $450. Application window is from 1st September to 31st July. So any student studying in affiliated university, please go to CFA website to check out if your university is an affiliated university of CFA, your fee will be drastically reduced down to $450. Finally, there's a professional scholarship. Professor scholarship again, the fee is only $400 for level one, and the window is again same as for Access Scholarship. It opens in 12th August and closes by 1st September. Professor Scholarship is for full-time college or university professors or administrators and department heads in a qualified institution. Okay, now I would request Mr. Shoaib Yaqub to just take on from here and tell us more about the career impact that CFA has and a bit about how Preproots can help you throughout your CFA journey.
Thank you so much. Okay, before that, let me quickly go through again all the slides in just 1 minute, because I think there was a uh, internet problem. So maybe there was some audio issue as well. So CFA, there are three levels: level one, level two, level three. And once you pass all the levels, you need 4 years of experience. Then you will be called CFA charter holder. I'm CFA charter holder because this is also CFA charter holder. So 3 exams, 4 year relevant experience. You should have a bachelor degree in order to pursue CFA. If you are ACCA, well and good. ACCA is qualified to do CFA. If you are part qualified, you can still eligible for level one, level two. But in order to uh, appear in the CFA level 3, you should have completed your ACCA or at least BSc honors, whatever BSc honors you are doing related to the ACCA. If you are CA, you can do the CFA. So initial requirement is not that strict. If you have nothing, you should have 4 years of experience. Again, you can do the CFA. And in order to appear in the CFA exam, you should have a passport. Without passport, no chance. You can't appear in CFA exam. And you should have a CFA approved calculator. We will guide you. Which one is that? Okay. So these are the main requirement. You will not you will not be allowed to sit in the exam if you don't have the passport. These are discussed well. All MCQs. Level 1 MCQs based. Level 2 MCQs based. Level 3 half MCQs based, half written. These are the practical module requirement, and these are just you have to watch the videos, and these are well guided, and you have to, I think there will be a simple test based on what you have learned, and it is simply ACCA has also introduced these kind of exam from 2027 onwards education scheme. And what we call it, there is a ethics module as well in ACCA, but these are simple to compare to that. So there is a two main module for level one, financial modeling and Python. You have a choice. Either you do financial modeling or you can do the Python programming. And we will guide you which one is better, which one is not. And if you want to take the both, you can take both. Level 1, you can appear in four. There are four different types of windows of level 1: February, May, August, November. So you can appear in any of the window available. Okay. But if you appear in February, you cannot appear in May if you fail the Feb exam. So you must have at least 6 months gap in order to appear, in order to reappear in the exam. These are the fee. You should plan your CFA well in advance in order to get the kind of a 350 or $300 savings. And this is the scholarship slide. This is very important. You can take the screenshot of this. And excess scholarship is all based upon that you can't afford it. It is based on it is for the needy students. And you should make your case. You have to tell the CFA institute that you cannot afford it. I think all the students of Pakistan are eligible for that. You can't afford it, but you have to tell that. And your case should be compelling. Your case should be, your story should be well enough to get the approval. Gurbat show karni hai. Okay. And the second thing, you should tell them that why you are doing CFA and how you will be beneficial for the society. I remember when I applied for financial scholarship or based on financial condition in government college university. And आपको पता है कि कुछ दोस्त आपको गलत गाइड करते हैं. So one of my friends said that to make your case attractive, tell them that your younger brothers, your younger siblings are studying uh, in well-reputed school, and your father cannot afford your education because your father is paying for the other kids' education. So my case rejected on the first instance. Why? Because I mentioned that my kids are my siblings are studying in the well-reputed other schools where fee is very high. So my father is not cannot afford the fee of my university or my college. So ये नहीं आपने लिखना. You should mention this. You can't afford it. Your circumstances are well below average. Okay. And then second important thing, you should mention that how you will be beneficial for the society. So we will guide you how to get the excess scholarship. So these are the topics of CFA. So there are 10 topics. Ethics. Even in ethics, there is a part where CFA will tell you that you should not do cheating in exam. CFA will guide you that you should not mention CFA letter in front of your name if you have not paid the fee. So ethics, quants, economics. Quants and economics are new topic for ACCA or even for the CA students. Financial statement analysis, you are master of this. You have studied this in your FR paper. Portfolio management is a new subject, but still manageable. It's like something related to the financial management and AFM. Maybe you remember the CAPM, capital asset pricing model. It is similar to that. Equity investment, you know this in FM, financial management, and AFM. Derivative, you have a background knowledge of derivative from your financial management and advanced financial management paper in ACCA, but it's a different here. Alternative investments related to the anything which is other than bonds and equity is alternative investment. We will study crypto here. We will study Bitcoin here. We will study gold here. We will study real estate here, all in the alternative investments. Corporate issuer is corporate finance. You guys have already done that. Cost of capital, NPV, IRR in your financial management and advanced financial management paper. This corporate issuer is related to that. So these are the weightages of exam weightages of each topic. Ethics is 15 to 20%. If you don't know ethics, it will be difficult to pass them. Quant 6 to 9, economics 6 to 9, financial statement analysis 11 to 14, equity 11 to 14, fixed income. Fixed income is all related to the bonds. Bonds, where you will get fixed return. In our university knowledge, in our ACCA knowledge, we call it fixed, we call it bonds. Here, overall, you will call it fixed income, where you will get fixed return. Bonds, loan stock, bank loan, these are fixed income. and alternative investment 7 to 10, corporate issuer is 6 to 9. These are the 10 topics which you will study, and all of the 10 topics will be tested in one exam. And that one exam has a 2 windows, morning session, evening session. So what are the CFA benefits? Number one, it is the most prestigious designation in finance and investment. Look, either you can do CFA or you can get MBA from a top university. The Pakistani top university is LUMS, and cost of LUMS MBA is it would be like 3 to 4 million. But CFA cost is way less than that. If you can afford to do MBA from a top university, go for that. Majority of us not. So this is the most prestigious designation, certification of finance. CFA curriculum completes your finance knowledge. It has everything. It has equity, it has ethics, it has quants, it has economics, it has corporate issuer, it has the knowledge of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, it has everything. CFA charter provides unique networking opportunities. I am CFA charter holder. The president of my bank, my previous bank, is also CFA charter holder. So, this is a unique network opportunities. So the top finance guys are CFA. You can connect with them. So recently I attended a networking event here in KSA, Saudi Arabia. So, the majority of the participants, they were from the top institutions. They were CFA. I was also CFA. So I have the privilege to meet those guys at that event. You can waive licensing requirement as a CFA. In many countries, there is no CFA, there is no licensing requirement. In order to operate in certain sectors, in finance sectors, for example, in stock markets, for example, in research, for example, in consultancy, you need to get the license in that particular country. If you are CFA, in majority of the countries, there is a waiver. Even if you are applying for university, in top universities, you can get waiver based on your CFA. One of my student, he got admission in top university of Canada. I think it was Rotman, and he also get the admission in USA. In both universities, there was no requirement of GMAT. Why? Because he was CFA. It's a unique benefit. Ticket to work for major investment banks. You can work in top companies, which you can't do based on your current status. Based on CFA, you can do that. I got a job in one of the largest Bank of Pakistan based on CFA. I got a job in one of the largest company of KSA based on CFA. Otherwise, nahi milti shayad. It would be very difficult for me to get the job. Otherwise, CFA. CFA charter holder enjoys higher salaries. I can give you thousands of examples. CFA charter holder, CFA guys' salaries are way higher compared to ACCA, compared to CS, because you would be dealing in a decision making role. Your salaries would be way higher. You will get promotion earlier than your colleagues based on CFA. These are the top 10 companies where CFAs are currently working. But let me give you the idea that if you are CFA in Pakistan, you can do job in top companies of Pakistan. If you are CFA in Saudi Arabia, if you are CFA in India, if you are CFA in UK, US, you can work in top companies there. These are just the numbers, but if you can name the top companies of Pakistan, for example, banks, UBL, HBL, Mizan, MCB, CFAs are there. Angro, Unilever, and any other top company, CFAs are there. Here, if you talk about Saudi Arabia, PIF, major fund of Saudi Arabia, STC, where I'm working, there are many CFAs. They prefer to hire CFAs. It's a unique certification, to be honest. Still, in majority of the countries, it is a myth. People say that, oh my God, you are CFA, you are something. That's why we should do CFA. Remember, okay? Why you should do CFA? Why, if you don't do, what you will lose? The fear of being left out. FOMO. If your friends are doing CFA and you're not doing, sooner or later you will realize. If you're in 20s, this is the best chance to do CFA. If you move in 30s, if you move in 40s, you can still do. But the elder, the more older you become, it would be difficult to study. It will be difficult to focus. मुश्किल है. बुढ़ापे में पढ़ना बहुत मुश्किल है. If you ask me, sir, you have to do CFA now, so something related to the CFA. I'm teaching CFA, so I can pass easily. But if you ask me, sir, you have to do some other exam similar to the CFA, it would be kind of a jihad for me. It would be very difficult for me to do that. Why? Because more older you become, more responsibilities you would be having, and it would be quite difficult for you to pass. And it's arguably more cost effective than MBA. That's why you should do it. And you, to be honest, if you ask me, sir, you have moved to GCC, is there any benefit of doing CFA? Yes. And cost of studying CFA in GCC is very high. There is a in a physical classes there is a fee of 10,000 real. It's very expensive. You can't afford that. Our fee is like 10 times lower than that, even more than that. And here even in my company, every second or third person is now studying CFA because there is a kind of a competition, environment of competition. If your colleague is doing, okay, I will also do. So if you are studying ACCA, if you are in university, this is the best time to plan. जितने बूढ़े होगे, it would be difficult to pass CFA. And you will regret the decision that कि तुमने CFA किया नहीं. You will regret this after a few years if you are not taking decision now. So if I have to push you people, I will like kind of a beg that do study. If you are ACCA, if you are CA, if you are university graduate and you are finance passionate, do complete it. Otherwise, after few years, you will feel it. You will say that, sir, no, I have made a mistake. I should have done CFA earlier. So if you join us, obviously, we are expert-led training provider. So I have a experience of like 12 years of teaching because this is an experience of 5 years. I will teach few topics and few topics will be taught by Muqaddas. And even all the topics taught by me are also available. We follow a structured study plan and there will be classes on different days and you have to take those classes. Then you will do the practice and then there will be a series of tests and mock exams. And because of those regular tests and comprehensive practice questions, you can pass your exam compared to the other students who are doing the self-study. And our schedule is flexible. Even we offer our classes according to the job holders. If we are conducting classes in weekdays, we prefer to take the classes in late evening. If we do conduct classes on weekends, we adjust our timing according to the schedule of the students as well. So you will find us more responsive and kind of a uh, more favorable teacher student combination compared to all other institutes, inshallah. So you will be satisfied. That is our guarantee if you join us. So So now I'm opening the platform for your questions. आपके कोई questions हैं, please type in the chat box. I will answer all those questions. अच्छा जी, let me start from the latest one. Can you please share detail about students who cleared CFA by studying from, like, should I tell the names or what? Can you please share details about students? There are many students who have passed from studying from the Preproots. Especially, I will take the name of those students, especially my banking colleagues. They were in 40s. So I will also answer the question of another student. My banking colleague, they started CFA. I will not name those, but my banking colleagues, they started their CFA by kind of they were inspired by us. So they started CFA, and only challenge was they were in 40s. It was difficult for them to study, but we kept motivating them. And mashallah, they have passed level 1, level 2. Now they are in level 3, and they will soon pass this exam. So we have many success stories. I will not mention that success story of 20s student who is in 20s. Rather, I will mention the student who are in 40s. They are the real successful people, because if you are in 40s, it is way difficult to study. But we were like kind of a behind them. I was like motivating all those students continuously. And if you have motivation, if you have passion, if you're studying from that teacher who is continuously in touch with you, you can pass the exam. It's not that difficult. I'm going to BSc this September in France. So can I appear in level 1 in my, you can appear in CFA level 1 exam. If you are ACCA, you are eligible. And if you are 19 years, definitely you are, it's very young age. And if you are in young age, you can complete all these ACCA, CFA, BSc, then you can spend more your time in the practical exposure. How many study hours are needed for getting pass? It varies from student to student, to be honest. But I will say at least minimum 2 hours on daily basis. At least minimum 2 hours on daily basis.
Okay,
For
Khalid has a
sir,
question.
see, Ji,
There are
boys,
no
please.
exemptions. There are no exemptions. He has a question regarding exemptions. There are no exemptions for ACC member. You have to clear all three level and you have to uh, pass all the practical skills module. No exemptions for any person from any background.
There is no exemption, guys. There is no exemption. You have to pass all the levels. So for CFA level 1, students should study from Kaplan books. Kaplan books. More than enough. Yes, sir, 6 months. 6 months are the minimum. I will prefer 6 months, but there are students who study only 4 months and pass the exam, but 6 months are for the safer side. I'm older with full-time work, but I would like to get into the finance work. Are there other short courses that can improve my finance knowledge to boost my AFM knowledge? I still have to sit you can text me. You can DM me. I will guide you there. What are the other short courses you can do that? Okay. Is there a limit on the number of attempts a person can make for each CFA level? हाँ, limit तो है, but that is वो बहुत ज़्यादा है, मतलब it would not be it will not bother you. I am Habib, working in PwC, and I have done bachelor in accounting and finance. I have a passion of stocks, but the only thing that is stopping me is that I am not able to do the maths. I've done bachelor, but I don't think I was good in QM, and I was never. कोई मसला नहीं. I did my I did my FSC in biology and never studied quants before. But CFA will teach you enough. That would be more than enough. Along ACCA professional papers can join CFA and set an exam. It would be difficult. Don't go for it. Complete ACCA or complete something like that. If you are appearing in my exam for CFA, you can appear for ACCA exam in December. Give 3 to 4 full months for CFA. You can study both, but at least for your final attempt, at least give 3 to 4 full months. A long ACCA professional can Join CFA. Okay. CFA will be tricky for me. If you can't spend 3 years, then don't go for it. CFA is a full-time commitment, but reward is way higher than short courses. When will be Preproots launching a financial modeling course? We will launch soon, but that would be more like uh, practical from the practical perspective. We recently conducted a WAC class, cost of capital practical class. I will also conduct other classes as well, valuation class as well, but that would be more related to the practical side, not from the academic side that we want to teach you Excel and want to earn. No. It would be more from the practical side, but soon, inshallah. Can work in accounting firm be counted towards the work experience required by a CFA? Not in all 4 years. You have to work in finance related at least 1 to 2 years in order to get the charter. So I'm ACC student. After that, I am confused about MBA or CFA, which is agar paise hain, if you have money, do the MBA. If you don't have the money, do CFA. And paise ka matlab
Okay,
kya hai?
one thing I'd
Give
like
me
to
one
add
minute.
is, okay.
पैसे का मतलब क्या है? MBA from top university, not MBA from University of Central Punjab type of universities. I'm very sorry, I'm not defaming the university, but that is the harsh reality of our society. MBA from top university, uh, the top ranks university. Ji Muqaddas, please.
So I think I would like to add one thing here, that if you want to work in the finance industry, then I think CFA is still better than a top university MBA. I know people from the top universities who have done their MBA, but still, eventually, when they moved into the practical side of the things, in investment management firms, they actually had to do CFA as well. So it depends. MBA obviously makes you an all rounder, gives you a diverse set of skills. But if you want to focus on a finance career, then go for CFA, in my opinion.
Um, Okay, next is, will you give support in WhatsApp for doubts, question? That is our job. That is our job, to be honest. Can we do CFA along with full-time job? You should do CFA along with full-time job. There shouldn't be any concept of full-time student in CFA. CFA करना ही full-time job के साथ है. You should do CFA with full-time job. Is CFA difficult from ACCA? I have many students who were struggling in ACCA, but they passed CFA level 1, level 2 in first attempt. The beauty of CFA is all will come from the books. There will not be any case study. All will be tested from the book. Huh? If you left one paragraph or one page or 2 pages from the book, there can be a chance that you will be unable to answer the question. If you have studied all the books, all the question will be from the book. There is no outside of the syllabus in CFA. No. Can you crack down complex things for us like Gholkar? Definitely, this is my job. Definitely. This is our that's why you will pay, na? Sir, MBA from LUMS or CFA, which will reap more reward in future? It depends. Muqaddas has answered that. MBA is more general. CFA is finance specific. If you only want to go in finance, CFA is very good. If you want a degree which will be open for everything, then you should go for MBA. And I will
Plus,
say
Shiv sir,
that if you,
you
Ji,
can
please, Muqaddas.
no, I said you can obviously from your experience, because you have experience of now working abroad as well. You can tell them the recognition of ACCA, CFA, and MBA from LUMS. So I think in Pakistan, LUMS probably has good recognition. But sir, can you please also tell the students about the recognition, global recognition of CFA, not just in Gulf, but anywhere in the world?
Look, if you want to do job in Dubai, KSA, Hong Kong, Singapore, America, UK, Australia, CFA is a well known. everywhere. ACCA is well known everywhere. ACCA for accounting, CFA is for finance. LUMS is a very good university, but the world doesn't know about the LUMS. It's a well reputed universities. People may know it, but not all. CFA, everybody who is working in finance, who is working in accountancy, they know about the CFA. So सोच लें, you have to think that which one is better, and CFA is cheaper. So I'm about to be ACC affiliate soon. I'm thinking to gain some experience and then go for CFA in 1 or 2 years. Excellent, excellent. Get some experience, get the job, and then do the CFA. Do we need to register for CFA $350 fee now, or we can take your classes first, then decide on paying the after a while? Like how we will be getting CFA study curriculum without. We will provide you all the books, and you can take the classes first, and then you can join. Then you can pay the fee. Like if you don't want to go for Feb and May, you can go for the August next year. It's up to you. It's your decision. But registering CFA first, then taking classes, no. It's easy. It's like it's flexible. Whatever suits you. जरूरी नहीं है पहले आप register करें. So to get the work experience, I have to leave accountancy firm. No, you should search a department in your accountancy firm where you can get the relevant work. For example, consultancy. For example, advisory, financial advisory. You can work there. वो
One more
typical
thing,
audit, typical internal audit और टैक्स से हटकर एक डिपार्टमेंट होता है एडवाइजरी, उसमें जाए.
Shipsab, I would also like to add here that uh, it's also about what time you take in decisions like investment analysis. So any type of analysis that involves any financial related analysis or investment related analysis would help you to gain that experience. When we register for the membership, then they do ask you what time of your profession do you spend, like 50%, 40% of the time. So let's say if you have been working in 6 years and you have been doing on any investment related or financial analysis related thing, even in accounting, if you are analyzing financial statements, then that is somewhat relevant to CFA experience. And half of your percentage of time, if that's spent in analyzing financial statements, you can put it as qualifying experience.
So that means you can become CFA charter holder based on that.
Yeah.
So Khalid, I think it is the answer of your queries. I do provide financial controller services and sometimes CFO. That definitely that will
Yeah.
that is serving the purpose of CFA experience. Excellent. Sir, will your classes be in Urdu or in English? उर्दू हम बोल लेंगे जैसे अभी बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन primarily it will be in English. It's a global qualification, global audience. आप समझा करें ना, मतलब उर्दू में अगर आप काम सारा कुछ करोगे तो हाउ विल यू वर्क इन गल्फ एंड अदर कंट्रीज. What is the ideal age for doing CFA? Start as early as possible. Sir, how to get internship, financial analyst role or similar roles in firm and industry with past year experience? Uh, it depends. Where are you? For example, if you are in Pakistan and Lahore, it will be difficult for you to get the relevant experience. If you are in Pakistan and Karachi, it is easy for you to get the relevant experience. If you are in Saudi Arabia and you are in Jeddah, it is difficult to get the relevant experience. But if you are in Riyadh, you will get the experience. If you are in Australia and you are not in Sydney, it is difficult to get the relevant job. But if you're in Sydney, you will get the job. So in every country, there is one city which is a financial city. So you have to be there in order to get a relevant job. And will we able to attend demo first before enrolling? हाँ, you can get the demo. कोई मसला नहीं. English is good, but some concept need to be break down best in Urdu or Hindi, the Desi style. If you unable to understand anything in English, we are definitely teach you in Urdu or Hindi Desi style. कोई मसला ही नहीं है. What about the students who are already doing job and complete articles of CFA? You need to pass the CFA. You need to pass level 1, level 2, 3. Once you get the result of level 3 as a passed, you can immediately apply for CFA charter holder and you will get in couple of days. We normally take in our current batch, we are taking classes on Tuesday evening and sorry, Monday evening, Wednesday evening, and Saturday. 3 days. Because we have to cover a lot of syllabus. So that's why we conduct classes 3 days in a week. But if you unable to attend that, you can take the recording as well. And if you unable to attend the class and you have queries, you can post your queries in the WhatsApp group. We will answer in the live class or in the WhatsApp group. So after how much time period of doing ACCA you start? मैंने तो immediately start किया. I got my result in August and I gave my CFA level 1 in December. मैंने तो immediately start किया था. And today I always kind of a thankful that I have taken my best decision, because now after 5 years, 6 years, 7 years of doing practical job, it is very difficult to study, because when you have good financial return, तो दिल नहीं करता फिर पढ़ने को. It would be difficult for to study. I started I was in early 20s, maybe, and I was at 20-year-old or 21-year-old when I started. Like if I calculate 14 plus, I was like 21 or 22 when I started my CFA. But if we don't complete articles of CFA, कर लेना complete, क्या मतलब, क्यों नहीं करना? Why you don't want to complete it? Please complete it. It's my request. What would be the duration of each class? No, it will not be 50-50. 50% subjects by me, 50% subjects by Mukaddas.
I think Avas has this confusion that there are specific articles of CFA like we have in ACCA. So आपका
No.
normal work experience जो है, that would qualify as your work experience. कोई specific articles नहीं होते हैं CFA के like in accountancy, like in C or ACCA.
There is no specific article. You must have done at least 4 years of job. And during those 4 years, your major time should be spending in the decision-making activities. It is not a problem at all. The practical experience is not a problem for CFC. Only problem in CFA is to pass level 1, level 2, and level 3. Practical experience is not a problem at all. The beauty of CFA is you don't have to pay any subscription fee. You only have to pay the subscription fee once you are CFA charter holder. उससे पहले
Okay,
नहीं.
Nishant has repeatedly asked what is the ideal age to start CFA. Nishant, there is no ideal age. Just start off. There's no age barrier. This should not act as a barrier. This should not come in your way of learning. Shoaib Saab just mentioned the example of our colleague, our friend who started after 40, and trust me, his commitment was extraordinarily great. I think, and from his experience, he tells us that really it was a transformative experience for him as well. So don't let age come in your way of pursuing excellence in professional growth.
I can tell a story. Many years back, I think I was teaching a batch in 2014 or 15. So we have it was a class of 30-40 students, and out of those, there were two students. One was the father and the other was the daughter. And they were studying in the same class. It was a very good experience. So
And
age
Shweta,
is
if you can please, if I'll just add to this, that Shoaib Saab would also vouch me on this, that we have people who have reached the designation of CFOs and they had accountancy background, but when you come into decision making position, you have to deal with a lot of investment related actions. You have to take them. So we have students who were CFOs at a very well-reputed companies, and they started CFA because obviously at the end of the day you have to know finance.
Even yesterday, I met a one of my colleague, previous colleague. He recently he worked in Pakistan in one of the company as a CFO, and he met me yesterday. Just that he wants to start CFA. He came here in Saudi and he wants to do a job here. And he is a Pakistani chartered accountant, and he wants to do CFA as well. And he worked as a CFO. So that's a bit of story. What is the subscription fee of CFA charter holder? It is lower than the ACCA subscription. I am both, so I'm paying both. So that's why I'm telling you. Till how long will you be able to have access of lectures? Like if we are opting for MAE, it is normally for 9 months, 3 attempts, 3 attempts. Sir, after clearing CFA exam, is difficult to get job. नहीं क्यों? Why? Why it is difficult to get job? We are CFA and we are doing job. Has AI
I got
disrupted
my
the
job
work
because of
industry? Has AI disrupted the work industry for CFA, or whether there is any AI has made our life simpler? Now, when I am doing a financial modeling and I have to apply a very complex formula, so previously I have to think in my mind to apply the complex formula. Now I will ask ChatGPT the case, and ChatGPT will guide me the different kind of formulas. I will put that. AI has made our life simpler. Replace कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Nothing is going to replace. Please introduce a bit discount for farm going students. Please DM me. We will discuss there. Any other question, guys? Should I complete F9? Please complete F9 and F7 before CFA. Yes, अच्छी बात है ना? You should complete those first. You can do still you can do the CFA, but that would be kind of a injustice. ना आप पहले you should cover the basics. Should I do CTA or CFA? Entirely different. If you ask me, sir, you like tax? I will say no. No one on earth should like the taxes. Okay, this is my statement. You probably will disagree, but I don't like taxes. I will never do CTA. I love finance. So choose what you like. CTA is tax, CFA is finance. Should we complete ACCA before starting CFA? Ideally, yes. But if you want to start it early, you can do. As there are few finance jobs role and as there is increasing number of students, as there likely high number of demand comparing to supply in India. In India, there are lot of finance companies. You have the complete big four, which we don't have in Pakistan. You have all the investment banks, which we don't have in Pakistan. You have all the consultancy firm, which we don't have in Pakistan. So you guys are blessed, to be honest. And job mil jayegi. If you studying finance, you will get somehow some jobs in relevant industry. Complete few years of experience in the relevant industry, relevant firm, and then you can move abroad. And based on your relevant experience, CFA, you can do job in majority of the countries of world. That is the beauty. ACCA, if you're ACCA, world is open. If you're CFA, you have two doors now to open the world. I know. You have asked this question earlier as well, but I am saying that this is completely different. अगर आप टैक्स में काम कर रहे हैं, आप you like taxes, so go for CTA. But if you like finance, then go for CFA. Is there any other question, guys? Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to address you. Installment option is available. Exam fee नहीं, tuition fee. I think installment option is CFA is giving installment option in India, not in Pakistan. But we can give you the installment option. If you unable to afford, contact me. I will tell you how you can afford. CPA US is like accounting. CFA is finance. Accounting करनी है तो करो CPA. But if you want to be in a finance role, CFA is there. And after ACCA or after CA, if you want to do CPA, there is no other benefit that you will not get anything else. CFA will add value. CFA will give you a finance specialization. For CFO role, you need a job. You don't need CFA. You need the opportunity for CFO role. In Pakistan, there are many ACCAs who are CFO. There are many CA who are CFO. You need a job. I was telling you that our president is our coming president, not the current coming president is the Mizan Bank is CFA. So I can't make a rule that every CFA can become a president. No, you need the opportunity.
By the way, CFO of Mizan Bank is also a CFA.
CFO of Mizan is also CFA. But it will help, yes. But if someone loves accounting but finds finance more, if someone loves accounting but find finance more attractive, you are telling me the story of every person, huh? You love someone and you find attractive someone else. You do both. Do the diversification, right? It is not like prohibited. It is not religiously prohibited that you can't marry two, na? So in here, do the diversification. Do both. Passive income option in finance role. हाँ, passive income option है ना. I'm investing. I told you that I have invested in market and my portfolio is up by 100%, mashallah. That is big based on my passion for finance and my CFA knowledge. Will this help me in personal investment? It will definitely help you in personal investment, but you should apply this as well. I have applied finance knowledge in my entire life and it helped me a lot. ये तो I can teach you this in our classes. So do you also invest in crypto? I have bought Bitcoin in spot, but I don't invest it. But crypto is necessary to get the understanding of the crypto is very important. Why? Because in future, to transfer the funds, you need the cryptos. So I have started a business, and in that business, I need to transfer the funds between different countries, and the only possible way is crypto. So you should need the knowledge of that. Would love to see your portfolio one day. Sure, inshallah. So I'm currently working in EY Rapid, but unable to find a relevant role in the domain of CFA. Get the EY experience and then try to shift the job. We have I have a very good student who is also working in EY Rapid. And by the way, he is a chartered accountant and he has passed his CFA level 1 and he is leaving his lavish EY Rapid job and now shifting to other city at a much lower salary to get the relevant experience of CFA. You have to sacrifice them. And inshallah, after 2 years, he will be sitting at 2x, 3x, or 4x of his job. Is there any religious prohibition in CFA? No. Why are you like interfering the religion in CFA? No. There is no religious prohibition. कुछ नहीं है ऐसा. हाँ, don't work in conventional banks. I studied CFA, but I never worked in conventional bank. This is a personal choice. by having CFA, will it make me as good as Vakar Zaka? No, you can't be better than him. I will teach you how you can become better than him. उसके लिए पढ़ाई नहीं चाहिए, उसके लिए कुछ और चाहिए. Okay, I can't. The class is being recorded. I can't tell you here. Can you recommend me from where to start a CFA career like Big Four deal advisory? Big Four is better than the banks in Pakistan. Along with the class, I would really like getting your opinions about the stocks. हाँ, we can share that. वो तो आप classes लेने की जरूरत भी नहीं है, वैसे भी आप discuss कर सकते हैं मुझसे. Will there any classes on trading and stuff? I have never done trading in my life. I told you, I always buy stock based on proper fundamental research. If I buy a stock, that stock will not go up the next day or the day after next day, but that stock will definitely go up in coming few weeks or months. Fundamentally invest करना है भाई, ये trading वेडिंग छोड़ दो. ये it's a trading is more uh, the people in market, they will show you exotic cars, lavish क्या कहते हैं, business class transfers and lavish apartments. Don't go for them. They are earning from the WhatsApp earnings. There is a WhatsApp group. They will ask you for $10 or $15, and there will be 10,000s or thousands or 5,000 members of that. Just imagine, I have 10,000 members of a group, and I'm only charging $10 from you. You will pay me because it's only $10. But for me, 10,000 into 10 is $100,000. ये scam है भाई. Please. I only do fundamental analysis. I don't do the technical analysis. Technical analysis means you can get the technical analysis to get the idea of where to enter and where to exit. But don't rely on technical analysis all the time. The technical analysis will help you when to enter and when to exit. Two things. That's it. There are many signal group. Bhai, signal group. They are more earning from the WhatsApp rather than their trading business. Trading is a zero sum game, bhai. Hardly enough. And I have a student. I like we met there. We met in Lahore, and uh, when I like met him in his house. So it was a fancy looking screens. 10-12 screens, 10 to 12 screens, fancy looking. Okay. And there was a blood pressure machine on the table. I said, what is this? Why you need this? He said, sir, when my portfolio starts turning into negative, I need that machine to check my BP. And I have to take the medicine. This is not easy. Trading is not easy. Do you think your math should be good for clearing? Your math should be good for clearing? No, no. You should know the simple math. Excel wali math jo hoti na, Excel math. There will be effect in job market as there is increasing number of CFA students or more job increase for coming year. As per now, there are very limited finance job. In India, I know that every other student is now studying CFA, but they look from other perspective. If you are not doing it, you will be missing it. इतना सोचो. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. I still remember a person told me before starting ICSI that you should be good in algebra. Algebra. वो A square, B square. No, man. Simple math is sufficient, yes. Asha ji, please note down my number, my email address. And if you have any question, contact us. You can also contact us on LinkedIn. And if you have any question, And if you have any query, do tell us. We will be happy to reply you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And take care and best of luck, everyone, for the future. Mukadas, do you have anything to say?
Thank you. No, no, but thank you so much, Shivsab. I think you've said it all, and there's pretty much everything is clear. You have your number on screen, so any further questions you can directly contact Mr. Shweb. Yeah,
Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
thank you.